All right, how's it going, everybody? My name is Mark Harmon. Welcome to the live stream. You are watching the Comic on Demand show. I'm just doing that right here because it'll be useful later. Anyway, this is the live drawing show where I will draw a 4-panel comic in about an hour, and it's going to look something like this. Boop. It's going to look something like this. But as you can see, this comic is blank. That is because... Wrong button. Just kidding. But anyway, yes, the comic is blank. That's because I'm going to let you tell me what to draw. How does that sound? Okay, so here's how it's going to work. A couple ground rules first before I take your suggestions, because I don't just take any suggestion. I take certain suggestions, which means I have some rules, okay? So I try to keep this show as PG as possible. So that means I don't take any suggestions of anything super raunchy or violent or whatever. And I don't take any suggestions of anything that already exists, like a copyrighted character like Superman or SpongeBob or whatever. And third, I don't do like celebrities or sports mascots. So anything that like basically has like a proper name or whatever, I don't do it, except if it's in the public domain. Like if you know that something is in the public domain, or I guess if I know if it's in the public domain, you can just say whatever, but I guess I need to know that it's in the public domain. Anyway, so yeah, I can do stuff like that because eventually I want to sell these drawings, and I don't want any sort of copyright issues or whatever, okay? So to avoid that, I won't take any of those kind of suggestions, okay? So here's how the suggestion machine is going to work. Another screen's going to pop up with a little dancing guy right here. And what you need to do is make sure you can see the chat, okay? So I am going to put the word go in the chat. When you see that, then put your suggestion in, okay? And then the first 2 suggestions that I see on my end, those are the 2 suggestions I'm going to combine together to create this 4-panel comic. Sound good? Okay. So look for the suggestions, or look for the go in the chat, and let's get those suggestions right now. All right, it looks like we have our first 2 suggestions. We have our first suggestion of a dinosaur teaching math to monkeys. And our second suggestion of a football coach at the homecoming game. All right. Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So I'm going to put those suggestions right here so that I can remember them, even though I never do. I always forget. Okay, let's say dinosaur. I'm just gonna shorten this a little bit. Dinosaur math to monkeys. And football coach. I'm just gonna put at game. Sound good? Okay. Oh boy. It's kind of fancy new music. It's the old music, just sort of revised. Okay, and yes, welcome, Devon. Is this the first time you've watched, or is this the first time you've just shown yourself in the chat so that I know you're here? Are you one of those stalkers? I got people that stalk me. See, they just watch, but they never interact whatsoever, and it's sort of weird. Jeez, dinosaur teaching math to monkeys. And a football coach at a homecoming game. Whew. See, this could either get like really complicated really fast, or if I'm clever, I can make it simple somehow. Okay, let's do... All right, let's do... Let's just start off with a dinosaur teaching math to monkeys, and then hopefully I get some kind of an idea. Okay, you didn't specify what kind of dinosaur, so I'm going to pick a somewhat easy-ish dinosaur to draw. Start with an Accountosaurus. You know, I gotta say, I definitely felt like a monkey in math class. Math is one of those things that, me and math are not buddies. Let's just put it that way. See, I have this theory that like when God's dishing out like people's attributes, right? Everything's sort of like straight across. And in order to give somebody like special abilities in one thing, he has to sort of like take it from another, right? So I was given artistic abilities, but in order to get those abilities, he had to take it from my math. So I can draw, but I can't math. Okay, actually I'm going to change that hand to hold some chalk. Okay. The dinosaur is the coach, and the monkeys are playing football. Well, I mean, so the math is like, the math is, the plays or something. It's like halftime. See, that is the obvious solution, isn't it? See, how come I didn't think of the obvious solution? Because it didn't just says a dinosaur teaching math. It doesn't say a teacher, a dinosaur teacher teaching math. See, it didn't specify that the dinosaur was a math teacher. It was just that it was teaching math, right? So, my favorite thing to watch is my college art students' faces when they find out they have to math in my art classes. Why are you making them math in art class? That's not nice. What are you doing to make them math? Like perspective stuff or something? Okay, hang on. I need to go to Google here for a second. I just need a reference for like a football jersey. Like I'm pretty sure I know what one looks like, but I think it's one of those things that I don't know. I think I'm gonna, if I don't get it exactly right, it's gonna look weird. Just I might get like the shoulder pad shape wrong or something. I don't know. Ooh, I'm gonna do that one because that one has. Then I don't have to flip the image around or anything. Sweet. Okay. Let me. Ooh. Hang on. Okay, stick that to the side. Perfect. Football helmets are more there's a lot more to them than I thought. I'll just make it a simple one though. I need to draw like the monkey's mouth to show that it's a monkey, but then it's covered up by the whatever, the guard or whatever it's called. How many pike is in an inch? Using rulers and conversions and that's not math. I mean, that's not art. That's torture. Well, I would probably want to. I would probably be one of those people that drops your art class. Okay. Okay, I got it. I've drawn 2 panels, and I now just got what the joke's gonna be. That's how it works sometimes. Sometimes I just start drawing, and I still don't know where it's going. But now I do. Now I know where it's going. This coach was supposed to be looking dejected, and he didn't quite look dejected enough. His slouch wasn't slouchy enough. But oi. Okay, now this last panel I need to draw like a bunch of monkeys, but I don't want to draw a bunch of monkeys. So I need to draw a bunch of monkeys without drawing a bunch of monkeys. because I want to keep this within an hour, but I'm not going to spend the whole hour drawing monkeys, you know what I'm saying? Okay, we're pushing the PG bounds on this one again, people. Just so you know. Are they going to fling poo? Yeah. Hey, spoilers, dude. Come on. Don't give away the don't give away the ending here. Well, you guessed the ending, so. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. I mean, it probably wasn't that hard to guess, though. I mean, if anybody knows my sense of humor, and I'm drawing monkeys, I mean, that's basically, that's simple math right there, right? Like, Mark plus drawing monkeys equals he's going to draw poo. I mean, that's a given. I'd hate to be the other team. That's crappy. That is crappy. Yeah, my math is solid. Hey, you know what they say? Poop jokes are not my favorite humor, but they are a solid number 2. Okay. All right. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. All right. All right, people, this is the part of the show where I do a mid suggestion. Okay, so for those that are still watching, I'm going to do that whole thing like I did at the beginning, and you're going to see the little thing, and you're going to look at the chat, and I'm going to put go, and then you're going to give me a suggestion again, and I will take the first suggestion and try to combine it again somewhere. I'm going to put it somewhere in the background usually. Okay, so let's do it again. Now you can hear that fancy music again, Karen. All right. We have our mid suggestion of wet wipes. Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna stick them. I'm gonna stick them right here. Okay. Wipes. Well, you get the idea. Okay. All right, let's start inking this thing. I can get rid of this. Hang on. Okay. See, sticking it in panel 1, that's called foreshadowing. Just making sure I'm on camera, because sometimes I'm not. So the only sort of so this is usually part of the show where I tell family secrets and stuff. But the only thing that popped into mind was a couple years ago. Well, okay, I say a couple years ago, but it's actually been probably like 5 or 6. But when you're my age, 5 or 6 years ago is basically like a month or 2 ago, right? Anyway, I was I've volunteered to coach the club soccer team. Like, I had coached like the AYSO stuff, and coaching AYSO is easy because AYSO is like, I call it happy fun time soccer. Like, it's not supposed to be any kind of serious or anything. It's just supposed to teach kids and let them have fun or whatever. Like, you're not really trying to win or anything like that. So anyway, so I coached that, but then I coached the club soccer, and the club soccer is supposed to, you're supposed to try to win or whatever. Because the club soccer, we would actually travel to Utah to play because we were closer to Utah than we were to Wyoming. Basically, we're in Wyoming, but if we joined the Wyoming League, we would be traveling like 6-8 hours for a soccer game. So instead of doing that, we were like, well, let's just join the Utah League because we're only like hour and a half or 2 hours away from Utah. So anyway, so we go to Utah to play. Well, we're like pretty much a brand new team. And in a small town, you don't really have tryouts. It's basically whoever wants to play, you're on the team. In fact, there was even some kids that were like, you need a certain amount of people to even have a team to be able to compete. So there were even some kids that were like, dude, please just come play soccer so we have enough people to make a team. So, we weren't exactly like pulling from the best of the best. We were straight up like, we were just recruiting warm bodies so that we had enough to even go and do it. So we weren't super great, okay? Just put it that way. So we were going to Utah, and we're playing against teams that they can pick and choose from, like the best of 200 kids that try out or whatever. So, and the only soccer experience I had was like 7th grade. Okay, so I'm like, oh, sure, I'll coach soccer. I played soccer in 7th grade. Sure, I guess I know how to play soccer. Well, I don't really know how to play soccer. But no one else would coach. So here's me, who doesn't really know how to play soccer, coaching a soccer team, a competitive soccer team in Utah. And anyway, we were basically getting absolutely destroyed every time. I mean, we were losing like 15-1, 12-0, that kind of stuff. And if you know anything about soccer, that's really bad. Okay, like double digits to 1 is bad. That's really bad. There was even this one game where the other team was basically just toying with us the whole time. So much so that we tried to take a shot at their goal, and the goalie blocked it like really easily. And then the goalie just started dribbling it. And the goalie started dribbling the ball and dribbled past everybody. And their goalie took a shot at our goal, right? Their goalie took the ball, took it all the way down the field, and took a shot at our goal. Now, he didn't make it. Thank goodness, because that was already bad enough that the goalie took a shot at our goal. And of course, like the parents of that team, like they were just absolutely loving it and like laughing and rubbing it in, and it was a great time. So that was like, I've never wanted to like push a kid down so much in my life. It really did like run through my head. What would happen if the coach went onto the field and pushed a kid down from the other team, what would happen? Would I get kicked out? Would we get kicked out? Would we forfeit this game immediately? What would go on? What's going on? Would I get some kind of fine? It was going through my head that what would happen if I pushed this kid? It was just like so embarrassing and humiliating. Okay, and then on top of that, because we traveled from Wyoming, they would give us, just to like cut down on travel time, they would give us 2 games a day. So not only were we getting beat, but we were getting beat like twice in a day. And of course, we always didn't do as good the second game either, because the kids were tired. They had already played a game that day. But here we are, like, later in the day, like at 4 or 5 o'clock, playing another game. And everybody's totally tired, ready to go home. It was good times. I would have I would have gone viral for sure. I would become like the most hated person on the internet. They would use me in training videos for years to come. Here's what not to do. See, the funny thing too is like all the other teams as coaches, they were like from other countries and stuff too. Like their coaches were from Spain and Brazil and whatever, and and here we are, a bunch of Wyoming kids with an artist dad as their coach, and I'm just like, dude, we didn't stand a chance. It was rough. I definitely liked AYSO soccer. Because nobody really cared. It was happy fun time soccer. See, AYSO was nice because there were even times where if any of us were short a player, we basically just gave the other team a player. It was like, here, put this other jersey on and go play for their team. And then me and the other coach would just sit there and talk because it was so like not a big deal. The cool thing though, the thing that was super fun with the AYSO was that I would always design like a logo for our team, and then I would make myself a shirt with that logo on it. And so I'd wear the team shirt every time to every game. That was like my favorite part. And my favorite one was our team. Our team colors were like pink, blue, and white, or pink, blue, and yellow, or pink and blue and something. And so we called ourselves Cotton Candy. But to make it cool, I designed a logo. You know what? Let me just do this real quick. Give me like 1 second. Okay, hold on. I'm looking up and opening a file here. And then you'll be able to see it here. All right, so you can see my screen. All right, so see this? So this was like, so I was like, well, cotton candy's kind of like a sissy thing. And I kind of wanted to make myself and maybe some of the other boys feel better about wearing pink and blue, right? So I made a shirt. So I made the logo look more like a heavy metal band. So I did like, so my shirt was this one right here in the pink. I had that pink shirt, and then my wife had a blue shirt. So anyway, that was one of my favorite logos that I did for our soccer team. We were called Cotton Candy, but I made it look cool like a heavy metal band. Whoops. Anyway, that one was fun, the Cotton Candy. I don't think we did very good that season, but it was fun. I'm pretty sure I want to say that I have wore that Cotton Candy shirt on a Comic-Con demand. I kind of want to say that I have, but I'm not totally sure that I have. Then there was one, we were gray, and we called ourselves the Gray Ghosts. And so we were the Gray Ghosts. I guess I could, you guys want to see that one too? I'm sure I could look up that one too. Will that program open it? Yeah, cool. All right, hang on. Beep. Burp. Anyway, so this was the logo for the Gray Ghosts. It's made like a little ghost dude. It says the Gray Ghost, and the O is a soccer ball. Haha, clever, right? That one was a cool shirt too. I think it was a black shirt, and then I had the Gray Ghost logo on there. Anyway, that was. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I was just pushing all the wrong buttons. Anyway, so I liked coaching AYSO because I liked making logos for our team. It brought me joy. drawing football, and I've been talking about soccer. I guess I have been talking about football. Drawing football and talking about football. Isn't that how you pronounce it? Football. Or something like that. Okay, I just decided that the ears make them look more like monkeys, but I didn't leave myself space to put the ears in these ones. Rookie mistake. Okay, let's do. Does it look like those really old school football helmets that have just like one thing? I don't know. I might have just ruined it. Whatever. Okay, let me just throw this up here. Okay. All right. There it is, people. There is your comic on demand of Dinosaur Teaching Math to Monkeys. And, what was it? Oh, yeah, football game, homecoming football game. With the mid-suggestion of wet wipes. Anyway, that's it, people. That's Comic on Demand. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for hanging out and listening to my silly stories and watching me draw silly pictures. Thanks for watching me draw monkey poop. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Because I sure did. Because I got to draw poop. And you got to watch me draw poop. And, I mean, what else is there to life than drawing poop? Anyway, thanks for showing up, everybody. You're awesome. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, all that stuff. For those that do, share it with your friends. I see you. I know it. I see you, and I thank you. Anyway, thanks for showing up. See you next week. You're awesome.